In the year 1915, during the First World War, the small Belgian city of Louvain stood on the edge of destruction. The German army was approaching, the people were terrified, and the government had already fled. But one person stayed, a quiet librarian named Marie Munier. She was 32 years old, soft-spoken, unnoticed, and about to become one of the most effective spies in European history. Marie worked in the ancient University Library of Louvain, a building filled with rare manuscripts, old maps, and secrets older than the war itself. When soldiers marched toward the city, citizens burned documents, hid valuables, and boarded up their homes. But Marie didn't run. She simply locked the library doors and whispered, "These books survived hundreds of years. I won't let them die today." She had no idea that fate had a much larger job for her. When the Germans entered Louvain, their commander, Colonel Weiss, needed headquarters. He chose the library, and Marie, the librarian they didn't bother to search, was allowed to stay inside. She moved silently among the shelves, while listening very carefully to every conversation the officers had. She learned their plans, their troop movements, and their schedule for destroying bridges and railroads. Marie realized something terrifying. If no one warned the Allied forces, thousands would die. And she was the only one who knew. Marie began her mission with the only tools she had: a feather pen, ink, and a knowledge of books. Every night she copied German orders onto tiny scraps of parchment and hid them inside old manuscripts, knowing exactly which ones local resistance members would borrow. She became a ghost, unseen, unhunted, but dangerously effective. Her information saved supply routes from being bombed. It redirected Allied soldiers away from ambushes, and it protected entire villages. The Germans thought they were unstoppable, not realizing a librarian was rewriting their war. One evening, Colonel Weiss ordered the city to be burned as punishment for resistance activities. Marie heard the order. If Louvain burned, the library would burn, and the people would die. She had only one night. Marie found the colonel's maps and changed them. She replaced locations, altered coordinates, and rearranged troop routes so subtly that no soldier noticed. When the Germans began their destruction, they torched the wrong streets, mostly empty ones. The library was untouched. Thousands of civilians escaped. The city survived. And the Germans never realized their own maps betrayed them. Marie's work saved her city, slowed the German advance, and protected key Allied supply lines. But she never told anyone. After the war, historians uncovered coded messages and marginal notes inside old library books, traces of Marie's undercover work. They realized the truth. A quiet librarian had done what armies could not. She saved a city without firing a single bullet. Sometimes the strongest weapon is knowledge, and sometimes the greatest heroes are the ones no one notices.